The Large Rock and the Little U. Once upon a time, ever so long ago, a tiny tree seed happened to nestle itself, quite by accident, in the fissure of a large rock. How it got there remains a mystery. Perhaps the wind carried the small seed off from a nearby tree to its new resting place. Or perhaps a forest mouse or bird, having found the large rock an ideal place to have lunch, set the seed down to eat its fleshy red pulp, only to have it roll away down into the rock's hollow. In any case, it doesn't matter how the U seed got there. What's important is that the U seed was trapped and certain for doom. Through cold winter days and nights, the U seed lay within the dark, dingy, narrowed split of the large rock. Week upon week passed and it lay quietly alone. Its future couldn't possibly be hopeful. After several months had passed, the winter turned into the promise of spring, and the U seed awoke in its dark, creviced home. The outer seed opened, and a curious root appeared. This one single tiny root began to search for the comfort of some good, warm soil to nourish itself, but all it could feel were the surrounding steep, hard, and cold walls of the split rock. The U seedling didn't know quite what to make of it. Certainly this wasn't the ideal setting for such a young tree. However uneasy it may have felt, the U seedling bravely decided to further explore its uninviting environment. The little seedling extended its roots a little deeper along the wall of the rock's fissure, and discovered, quite to its delight, a pocket of soil just large enough to sustain it.
If only I could reach that ray of sunlight I so desperately need.
Within days, the seedling gained a little strength and began extending its tender, supple stems from the dark of the cold rock walls upward toward an inviting ray of sunlight. The little U gathered all its strength and courage and dug its thirsty stem a little deeper into the trapped pocket of soil. It lifted its stem toward the sunlight, and with all its might and determination, the little U began ever so slowly to rise above the surrounding wall of rock to bask in the warmth of full sunlight. After all, it was a matter of life or death. The large rock, feeling all the commotion from the little U's efforts, suddenly awoke from its somber sleep and became very angry.
What's going on down there? I'm used to lying here in peace. Your root and stem are tickling me no end.
The little U was quite startled to hear the vociferous complaints of the large rock. All the little U was trying to do was to survive. Surely the large rock would understand.
I found myself in this very unwelcoming place due to no fault of my own. All I'm trying to do is survive and make something of myself.
Survive? Survive? Make something of yourself? How dare you have such foolish dreams? Don't you know what awaits you? In a few weeks, it will be summer. The sun will be down. It will be hot and dry. The only moisture you will find for your tiny root will be trapped deep within my crevice. Surely you will shrivel up and die. And if by some miracle you survive the harsh, dry summer, the cold winter winds will blow. The snow will cover you for weeks, and you shall surely freeze. Listen to me. Your challenge is too great. For a rock, it's much easier. A rock doesn't need the sun or water or nourishment from the soil. For a rock, you just lie on the ground all day without a worry in the world.
What the large rock had just told the little U was all new and very frightening. The little U didn't know quite what to make of all that the big, grouchy rock had put forth, for it had never experienced the extremes of weather.
Is the large rock right? Have I no chance?
The little U reflected back on its short life and the struggles it had already endured. It seemed that from what the large rock had said, nothing lay ahead but more struggles. Of all the places to be starting life's journey, this wasn't anything close to normal. After seemingly pondering its troubles for hours, the little U gathered the courage to reply to the large rock.
You're a rock. I'm a tree. Neither of us is going anywhere. In time, I'll show you that it will be a big mistake not to believe in me.
When the little U said that to the large rock, Well, I'll let you read the rest of the story.
The Large Rock and the Little You is more than an inspiring children's story. When you share this book with your family and others, you're also making a donation that will benefit abused children through the organizations that support them. The author receives no profits from the book sales. Instead, proceeds are donated to nonprofit organizations to provide children with opportunities they otherwise might not enjoy. The Large Rock and the Little You, a joy for your family and a gift for a child in need. Order your book for home delivery at littleyoutree.com. That's littleyou, Y-E-W, tree.com.